Welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov video. Today, I'm going to be detailing the RPK and HK, covering their similarities, differences, and then making a conclusion on which I view to be the best gun in the current state of Tarkov. To start off, I'm going to cover the similarities. Both guns fit the assault rifle role, firing the two main assault calibers in Tarkov, 5.56 NATO and 5.45 Russian. The RPK is an LMG found on the Scav Boss Killa and purchased from the trader Prepper. The HK is found in Weapon Swans and from the trader Peacekeeper, but is an assault rifle. Both work well in CQB to mid-range, both offering a short-barreled and long-barreled variant. And the RPK and HK also have similar footprints when built with a short barrel, so they both work well when built specifically for CQB. Aside from those features, both guns can be brought to similar recoil, with the HK going lower and similar ergo. They also cost about the same price for a mid-range build, but a meta HK is going to go for quite a bit more than an RPK. Now, the differences. The RPK has a much lower fire rate, so in some situations it can seem easier to control, but because the HK can be brought down to such a low recoil, and that after the first few shots of full auto the gun stabilizes, this difference isn't actually that noticeable, and so the HK is actually quite a scary gun because of how much lead it can send down range while reliably being controlled. One benefit of the RPK is the short-barreled variant is really easy to get to a lower recoil with, whereas the HK suffers if you put the 11-inch barrel on instead of the longest or medium one. On top of this, the RPK has way less mods to put on it, so the HK can look very different and has access to many of the AR-15 parts and suppressors, whereas the RPK only has two suppressors it can mount, and both are good for suppressing, but have some bad negative stats. The next thing to consider is their ammo. The HK fires 5.56, and as I've mentioned in previous videos, the ammo is pretty bad at the moment and doesn't change for this video. The difference here though is that because the HK has such a high fire rate, it can compensate for the bad stats of M855A1 because it can get so many bullets into the target in a short period of time, and it kind of functions like a more powerful SMG, not only because of the fire rate but because of its low recoil too. 5.45 is still a better round by far, but because of this, when comparing the RPK and HK, I view them to be about equal, and I don't think the ammo is a big determinant on which one is better. So for my conclusion, I'm going to determine which is better based on the reasonings before ammo. So for my conclusion, right now, I think the HK416, when fully modded, is more powerful than the RPK. With some simple modding, it also becomes pretty controllable, and as I said, the meta variant has much better stats than the RPK, even with a suppressor. On top of this, you have many more parts to configure the HK with, which makes it easier to make budget versions or mid-game versions because you can more easily access new parts. The capacity to make a mid-range, CQB, or even DMR-esque HK also makes it more attractive than the RPK-2, and 5.56 tends to travel better when firing over long ranges. Its high fire rate makes up for the lack of power in M855A1, essentially creating a 5.56 SMG considering how low you want to get the recoil. Overall, these two guns are quite close, and depending on a couple more situations, such as someone running tier 6 armor, the RPK would come out in those ones selectively, but in pretty much every other situation, the HK416 will perform just a tad bit better. Thank you guys again for watching. Today I'm a little bit sick, so I think I have a sinus infection, so in the very early parts of the video you can kind of hear it. Hopefully it gets better soon. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for future content. If you would like to go above and beyond, you can also check out my Patreon to help support the channel and help me accomplish my dream to produce YouTube content full-time. I also still stream Tuesdays and Sundays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so check out my Twitch using the link below. And if you want to pop into Discord to chat, there's also an invite link below for that. Aside from that, I have a few more new series planned for new videos, so I'm going to be releasing some information regarding that on Discord soon. And I'm getting really close to my first 10 uploads of Tarkov, so I'm getting excited about that as well. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.